Hello and welcome to the In Focus series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be discussing about a report which has come out, and that is the status of elephant in India report 2022-23. Now there is a point in this report that we need to focus on, and that is that elephant census elephant census takes place after every 5 years. Now after every 5 year elephant census takes place, and the last elephant census took place in the year 2017. So 2017. So the elephant census which was supposed to take place in 2022-23, the data in majority of India has been taken apart from the northeastern states. So the northeastern states data with regard to the elephants has not come up yet, and this is the reason that why this report has not been published, even though this report has been printed. So I am repeating it again, that the report has not been published, but the report has been printed, and the reason being that the elephant data from rest of India has been generated, but the elephant data with regard to the northeastern states has not come up yet, and that is why the elephant census for the year 2022-23 has been delayed. So let us begin. The points of discussion is, first of all, we will be looking at the news, then why is there a slide in numbers with regard to elephants, then old counting methods, what are the measures or what are the techniques through which the elephant count takes place, and then elephants in India, and then prelims MCQ. And this topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 3, that is Environment and Ecology. Now let's begin. The news talks about that how elephants are counted and why policy needs a rethink. So this basically is talking about that how is it counted and why it needs to be checked and why the rethinking is required. And before moving forward, Drishti IAS has come up with IAS GS Foundation course for both prelims and mains in an offline model, and this is in English medium. So if you want to be taught by the best faculties or teachers, then this is the right place for you. So Jaipur is 7th October 5:30 p.m. So if you want to have classes in Jaipur, then this is the right opportunity for you. Then Lucknow is 16th of October, Karol Bagh Delhi is 17th of October. If you have the slightest of query, then do give us a call at 8010440440. So let's begin. So the Environment Ministry has come up with the elephant census report, that is status of elephant in India 2022-23, popularly known as the elephant census. Elephant census takes place at every 5 years. Last data was published in 2017. So this data has been printed but has not been published. As I just told you, the reason that the northeastern states elephant data has not been collected yet. Now let us see that the limited information that the status of elephant or the elephant census gives us is with regard to these, that there are slight delay, or you can say the slight, that the numbers of elephants have come down. So there is a sharp decline in elephant population in the east, central and southern landscapes of India. Like for example, the slide in numbers is specifically dramatic in southern West Bengal, that is around 84%, then Jharkhand 64%, Odisha 54% and Kerala 51%. So it is saying that the number of elephants has come down. So number of elephants has come down in areas like these, like for example southern West Bengal, Jharkhand, Odisha and Kerala. So it is basically east, central and southern landscape. Then the report also identifies that there are few of the reasons because of which the elephant population is coming down, and these reasons can be, first of all, the threat to their population. Secondly is the habitat loss that they are going through. Third is the lack of elephant corridors. Fourth, you can say, is industrialization. Fifth, you can say, is human animal conflict. Then few of the points that you can again add on would be like urbanization. And there is one more topic, or you can say one more reason, which in recent times have come up very prominently, and that is the elephant and train accidents. But now, last 4 to 5 years, the number became very high, but again it has started to come down or started to decrease. But these are few of the points because of which the elephants have a threat to their population. Then the new method that is used in the 2023 census but was not used in the previous census, that was the 2017 census, and that is the DNA profiling, so that the number of elephants can be taken out, or the number of elephants can be registered in a much better way, much scientific way, and the number or the count of elephants can be registered in a easy and an effective and an efficient way. Then what is the old counting methods? So what are the counting methods that has been used for elephants? And it has also been said in the census that the number of elephant count, or the methods that the count for elephants are observed or are taken up, they need to be correlated, or the tiger census is using much more advanced and scientific ways or methods to count the number of tigers. So on the same lines, even for the count of elephants, or the count of elephants in the wild needs to be on the same ground, so that the counting method becomes much more scientific. So let's see. So the methods which are used for elephant counts till now in India would be like until 2002, or you can say that till 2002 and before. So the elephant count, elephants were counted in India by the total direct count method. Now the total direct count method talks about the head count. It means that the total number of elephants which the people were able to see, then they used to count on that basis. So how many animals in number they are able to see, or how many elephants in number they are able to see, so they take those in quantity or in those numbers. Then next comes the 2002, and the 2002 is about indirect dung count method. So indirect dung count method is that there was few of the corridors were selected, and the corridors in which the elephants were moving, so the dung count, or how frequently or the variety of dung it was observed, and on the basis of that the elephant count was taken, and it was basically adopted in the southern states. But these methods like the indirect dung count or the total direct count were not very effective and even not very efficient, and they were lacking scientific temperament also. So the other points were that the total direct count method was modified to sample block count. So total direct count was then modified into sample block count. Now sample block count means that different blocks were created, and on the basis of the presence of elephant on those blocks, within that particular block, the number of elephant or the count of elephant was observed and registered. Then in this, what was done was that, like for example, block sizes of blocks like these were created, and in 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in the different blocks the count of elephant was measured. So the survey of limited area of 5 square kilometer each to maximize the probability of detection and enumeration of all elephants in that block. So in that particular block the number of elephants were counted. And then the few of the other techniques that can be used with regard to elephants, but they are as of now used with regard to tigers, can be used for elephants, so that the counting method becomes easy and effective and better results can be generated. So that can be camera traps, mark, recapture. So these are also few of the technologies. And then DNA profiling is also a good technology, and it has been followed this time. Then the sample block count is also a good technology. Now let us talk about elephants in India. So elephants in India, when we talk about, so the last census which was done was 2017 census. So India has the largest number of wild Asian elephants. It was estimated at 29,964, and 60% of the species in the global population, when we talk about elephants, is present, when we talk about Asian elephants, is present in India. Then state-wise, Karnataka has the highest population, followed by Assam and Kerala. And then if we talk about the Project Elephant, then Project Elephant came up in the year 1992 and it covered 23 states across India, and the basic aim was to protect the animals and also increase their population. Then it improved the status of wild elephants with a population increase from about 25,000 in 1992 to around 30,000 in the year 2021. If we talk about the conservation status, so that is IUCN Red List is endangered, CMS is Appendix 1, Wildlife Protection Act is Schedule 1, and CITES is Appendix 1. So elephants, because elephant is a heritage animal of India and is also a flagship animal, so the protection that elephant is getting is of highest order. Next is, in the end, a prelims MCQ, and you people need to tell me the answer in the comment section. So it talks about, with reference to Indian elephants, consider the following statements, and it is a PYQ of the year 2020. First, the leader of an elephant group is a female. Second, the maximum gestation period can be 22 months. Third, an elephant can normally go on calving till the age of 40 years only. And then fourth is, among the states in India, the highest elephant population is in Kerala. So which of the statements given here is or are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 4 only, 3 only, 1, 3 and 4 only. So give me the answer in the comment section, and that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing, and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.